Alright, we are back from the BRB, and we'll do a little bit of Yume Nikki. I'm not entirely sure how long. But, you know, just enough. Right? We gotta chill out after whatever the fuck that was with Saul Goodman AI roguelite. Jesus. Okay. Wait, no, I didn't want to hit new game. Let me restart the game. It's fine. I was looking at the menu and I'm like, yes, I don't want to hit new game. So anyway, let me hit new game. Dream diary. And it's weird. I checked the temperature earlier. It's like 65 degrees, but it feels like really hot. Want to try out the speed glitch tonight? Yeah, how do you do that? When you wake up at the balcony, it's nighttime, right? Okay. It is nighttime. Move while seated? Wait, what? Sit in the chair inside the dream, open the menu with X, equip the bicycle, press down and Z to exit the chair. What the hell? Is this an effect? No, it's not an effect. Alright. So sit in the chair inside the dream. Open the menu with X, equip the bicycle. Alright. Press down and then Z to exit the chair. Holy fuck! Fast as fuck. Do I have to keep the bicycle on for this to stay? Okay. Yeah, I'm fast as fuck, boy! Alright, where else can I go? Have I gone through the red door? Have I explored a bit? Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so... Still pretty funny. I like how it makes the steppy noise very quickly. Okay, hold on. So what do I have? What effects do I have? Eye palm, bicycle, Oni. So wait, what is this? What? You have 13 out of 24 tutorials and count. Yeah. Ow. Okay. Oh, so even when you do that, you're like... The speed glitch is faster than the bicycle. I don't know if there's anything over here for me. Honestly, I'm just kind of like... I'm spitballing, right? It's all about exploration, right? I have no idea what I'm doing. And I had... So, yeah, as I normally do when my work week is over, I took a nap when I got home today. Regular speed glitch can be done with any effect, and it's the same speed as the bicycle, but you can double it up. Ah, gotcha. Okay. But yeah, I took a nap today. I had a very interesting dream that I don't really want to get into detail with. It's kind of concerns some things that have like been on my mind lately, but it like dealt with it in a really like weird and abstract way. Like I don't know how to like put it. It's just like it was not like a normal situation. I can't even remember what happened. I just remember it was like so out there that I'm like, this is definitely not real, right? But like I just kind of accepted it when I was in the dream. Like I didn't consciously think like, oh, I'm dreaming, right? But I was like, you know, like in the dream I was like following the logic of what was going on. I was like, this doesn't fucking make any sense. I'm like, what the fuck? But it was really fucking weird. And it's like one of those things where I wish I wrote it down and I could remember it, because it's hard for me to recall it now. I just remember it was a very strange feeling. I remember what the fuck? There we go. I was pressing the wrong button. Yeah, I just remember like waking up and I'm just like, what the fuck, you know? And I went back to sleep, and then I had a different dream that was kind of tangentially related. And that one, maybe you could start a dream diary or something. I always think about it. I'm like, I should probably like keep a notebook or something by my bed or something to like write it down, or like I used to put my dreams into like my notes app on my phone, and sometimes like it would just be like a couple words or sentences. Like, God, I can't even remember. There was one that it was like such a weird fucking sentence. Oh man, now I want to look it up, but I don't know where. I remember I wrote it to a friend of mine, or I think it might have been like in a Discord server, because it was so weird. It had something to do with Merkaba in SMT4, but I can't even remember if it was like really stupid, or no, it was like one of the archangels in SMT4. Like I can't even remember. I remember it had something to do with SMT4, but it was like monumentally stupid, and it was like law aligned. But yeah, no, I guess my second dream, or the second one that I remember from today, it was one of those dreams that you have, like, and it makes you happy, like when you're in the dream. Have I been here before? I don't remember. But like yeah, I woke up and like it just gives you like that empty feeling, right? Like you wake up and you're like, oh, that was a dream. And because I remember it was like something that I was definitely like very content and like happy. And it dealt with some stuff that it's kind of been on my mind off and on. It's kind of been there this whole week. And I was just kind of like, ah, shit. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where like I'd really rather not think about it. But I guess it just seems like my mind can't help but wander. That's some kind of frustrating shit sometimes. It's weird too, because I don't normally remember my dreams. Like a lot of times when I like sleep, it's like who's this? Like I'll sleep and it's like it feels like a time skip, right? Like I fall asleep, like, and then like one moment I'm awake, use the spotlight on her. Okay. Do I have the spotlight? I guess that's the lamp, right? Or the traffic light? Oh. What? Huh? Is this a scripted sequence? This is Monaco. Say hi. Hi, Monaco. That's a very interesting dance you've got there. Oh, that's it, huh? Is that it? Why does a hand grow out of her head? Why do I ask these questions? Alright, she needs to get out of my way, though. Bye, Monaco. I forgot I had the knife. There's some tunnels with fun stuff here. I don't remember being here. Who the heck is this? Spared from my wrath. I just... Okay, I just wanted to circle. Okay, Monaco. I know there's one that makes you small. I think I need to get the small. You need to stab him to change where the tunnel takes you. Man, how do people figure this shit out? Kitchen knife. Alright. Time to stab. Alright, let's pick out the tunnel. It didn't change. What? Oh, hello, hands. Okay. That's where I came from. That doesn't... Okay. Okay, so I guess the cube doesn't do anything? It's just the cube. I can stab the cube and it has blood. Oh, what the fuck? Huh? What? Intarnation. It says if you go through the left hole of 7, you go to the other tunnel. Weird that it didn't work. Does that have like a chance to go off? So if I have to interact with one of these guys to get like some kind of effect, I'm quite miffed. Yeah, I think I already mentioned, right? It's been like 65 today. And it like feels really warm. Is that it? that the same one? Or are there two now? Huh, weird. What if I go to this one? Start stabbing? I don't know. I box taken here was 1 in 3 though. Your luck is something else. Is there a way to go back? Oh, there we go. Some money. Oh, there we go. What the fuck? I was moving up on my own. I wasn't pressing anything. I was actually trying to go the opposite direction. That was fucking freaky. There's been some weird input, like stack or something. I don't know. I don't know why I feel the compulsion. I need to be all by myself, right? I think that's it. Kill them all for money and then pinch yourself. Okay. Save, right? Why do I keep leaving my TV on? Not all. I think I should go out for some fresh air or something. Wait, you have the iPod, you don't need to wake up, my bad. Yeah, I forgot to, so don't worry about it. I don't know. I don't know what door to go through. There's a lot of doors. This one again? Oh yeah, this place. Has the 69 or something like that, right? No, it has boob. That's what it was, 808. Yeah, I've been here. I've been to all of these, to be fair. Why doesn't this seem familiar? It has epilepsy warning. Okay, like I've definitely been here. The music seems different though than I remember. Is this just walking like arcade, like pinball machines? What's here? Is this a door? Why does this feel like it'd be a door? It's not a door. You're in the white desert again. Don't go in the tunnel until you stab the guy. Both sides of the tunnel will lead you to different areas. Okay. I guess we could try that again, right? I like this like little squiggly guy. I don't know why. Those guys, I like them. White desert though. Did I get there? Is it through here? No. I think it was this one then. Okay. I just gotta find the hat, right? The monolith ass black door. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I guess, you know, a fitting topic of conversation. Talk about dreams, right? Like I said, I typically don't remember my dreams. I think I go through phases where, like, I'll sleep and I'll dream. I remember them at least somewhat vaguely, and then I'll have a period where I don't remember shit. I just have to keep talking to the hat, I guess, until the monolith? Yeah, I don't know why that is. They're just like, sometimes, like, at least most of the time, I know, like, dreams are kind of hard to remember because your brain kind of throws them away. But yeah, sometimes it just feels like I just don't dream. Then, like, most of the time, like, when I do dream, I feel like my dreams, I wouldn't really classify them as, like, nightmares, because I'm never, like, afraid during my dreams, but I would consider them to be dreams that, like, I think other people would be alarmed in. There's always, like, a sort of detachment when I'm dreaming. It's like the situation never really feels real. It always feels almost like a video game, I'd probably put it as. There's one that I remember quite clearly, because I remember thinking, I was like, man, this would be really scary if it wasn't fake. But I remember I was like in this like weird ass library that was it was kind of like a maze, and I was looking for these like books or something. Like it was like these items I needed to like get my way through. It was very video gamey, which is why it comes to mind so much. And I was being chased by this monster. And I remember thinking, I'm like, this looks really scary, and like, you know, it was like it would chase me, and then I'd like hide from it, and you know, it was very amnesia-like, right? Except the monster looked nothing like amnesia. I just, in terms of just like, you know, run and hide, and run and hide. Yeah, I just remember thinking, I was like, yeah, this would be really scary if it didn't feel so much like a video game. Like, I'm not scared, I just want to complete my task. And, how come the door isn't here? That weird-ass big door. But yeah, I remember, I think, like, one of my friends was in the dream, too, like, and, like, he was helping me, and then we got, like, separated, and... But I was like, it doesn't matter, like... Not real. But again, it's one of those things where I'm like, it's not like it doesn't feel real, right? But I don't really acknowledge it as a dream. Like, it's not like a lucid dream. It just, again, everything just feels so fake. I'm kind of like, whatever. I mean, it's a movie. I'm trying to think of the things that I did. But another dream. I remember it was a really weird one. By the way, try using the stoplight on the walking hat and scarf. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. This actually brings you somewhere. But yeah, I had another one where it was like... Although I could put it, it was, you know, obviously it wasn't real because it was a dream, but I could put it as like IRL Tarkov, right? I remember like I was like scavenging essentially, like I was being like a rat, and I was like just trying like not to get seen and like try to find like valuable stuff. And I remember like I was getting shot at, and I was like, oh fuck, like I'm getting shot at. But again, it wasn't like like oh fuck, like this is like terrifying. I'm like oh fuck, like let me like let me just not lose like the game, right? I remember too, I was been playing a lot of VR at the time, so it felt like a VR game. Holy shit, it's a real girl. And it's a girl, she's just a bit shy. She's just like me, for real. But I remember I was playing a lot of VR at the time, and I was like, oh, I gotta like change my gun. And like I just started like dragging my hands like in the air, like, and I was like interacting with like menus, right? Like I don't know if you've ever seen like Log Horizon, or like I guess Sword Art Online would be the more popular one, where like, you know, they're in like the VR game and they just start like kind of just opening menus with their hands. Like that's kind of what that was like. So I was just like, it was a complete VR dream. I have those a lot when I play a lot of VR. My dreams start to feel like some kind of VR game, and I don't really like those too much, to be honest. I think they are a little weird. I don't know why that door isn't here. Does it just have like a chance to show up? My dreams are always random memories mixed together, or Nightmare Man-made horrors, or Silent Hill moment. I didn't have a nightmare since a long time ago, or sometimes when I'm so eager to play a specific game, I dream about it. You ever get the I need to take a piss dream, but you piss a whole damn ocean? Okay, so whenever I get the pee dream, right, I will start peeing in the dream, and I will freak the fuck out and wake up in a cold sweat. I'm immediately like, I'm patting down like my crotch and my blankets, and I'm like, oh fucking please, I don't like, please don't be a puddle of piss anywhere. And it hasn't happened yet, but it's pretty scary. There are 6 different locations she can teleport you to. I'm just wondering why the door hasn't shown up. But yeah, I don't like the piss dream. But yeah, like, I remember having one time, it was like maybe about a month ago actually, I went to bed without going to the bathroom, so I had to really pee. And so in my dream, you know, I was pissing something fierce, right? And I was like, oh man, how come I still feel like pain, right? How come I still feel like I need to pee? Like, I've been peeing for like a solid minute straight, or whatever the fuck it felt like. Felt like hours, really, because, you know, time is weird in dreams. And then like that's when I shot awake, and I was immediately like, did I piss myself? And I was like, oh thank god I didn't piss myself, you know. I didn't feel like doing laundry. Well, I can still maintain the record, right? I haven't pissed myself since I was like a little kid, right? Thank god. Yeah, I just piss in the dream and be like, wait a minute, I don't feel better, and then I wake up. No, I always wake up like midstream, and I'm flailing. I freak out. I've never had like, it's funny how much like pissing dreams are like a thing, but like you never hear of anyone having like a shitting dream, right? Like, oh man, I really gotta shit, and then like you just like have like an infinite turd, right? And your stomach doesn't feel better. I don't know. This is profane. Where is Hat Girl? Sleep's always been kind of weird for me. When I was a kid, I used to get like night terrors. I remember one really clearly. I was maybe like around 5, maybe even younger. And I remember I used to play Mario 64 a lot when I was a kid. I think as a lot of kids my age did, right? And I don't know why. I remember like the infinite hallway and like staircase and stuff like that, or like the hallway where the portrait changes from Peach to Bowser used to like really scare me. And I remember that I had this one dream where I was like, I guess it was like Peach's castle, right? But it was all dark and shit. Because I guess it was Bowser's castle or whatever. And I probably had some like Ocarina of Time float in there from like watching my dad play, and like, you know, how Hyrule Castle becomes Ganon's castle and it's like all like spooky and like evil. And so there's probably some of that kicking around in my head. There's just, you know, evil castle. And I remember, oh fuck yeah. Oh, we were so fucking back. I remember like Bowser was there and I couldn't move, and you know, it was like this big dinosaur and it's like towering over me. And as a kid, I don't know why, it was really fucking scary. And I remember like waking up like terrified. And then I had another one, and I remember it because I don't think it was the same dream, but my mind has them linked together. And I think that they might have just happened like in a very close time frame together. Remember, I had one where I thought like everything was on fire. Like it was like my house, like everything was just on fire. And I remember my mom later, like when I was older, she was telling me how I was sleepwalking, and I sleptwalked to her room and was like standing over her bed saying the house was on fire, and I freaked her the fuck out. Nothing was on fire. Again, it was like a night terror. But I remember I've always kind of been like spooked by fire. And it never really became too much of a problem until I had a time when I was like in my early 20s, I guess, which isn't that long ago. I had a faulty CD drive in my computer that I never got, like, I never took it out because I was like, ah, what the fuck, I don't really use the CD drive. And one day I turned on my PC. Oh. Okay. With the hat and scarf, you can turn into a snowman. If you talk to the girl on that forum, she'll stay by your side. You don't have to look for her. Oh, that's actually really good to know. Cool. I think you could turn into a snowman. I didn't realize that if you talk to her while a snowman, it wouldn't matter. But yeah, so I had this faulty PC part that fucking... One day, I turned my PC on, and I turned around, like, grabbed something from the other side of my room, and I was like, why do I smell like... I was like, why do I smell like smoke, right? And so I turn around, and I see, like, you know, the LEDs, I have red LEDs on my computer. And I was, like, looking at one of the lights. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not an LED. Like, that's fire. And so I shut my PC off. I turned off the power supply. And I unplugged it from the wall. And I remember just standing there for like maybe like a good 5 minutes. It felt like an eternity before I was like, do I even want to like look inside my PC case, right? Like, I mean, it was kind of like I was really relieved that like it just stopped right once I shut it off. Like, I've never dealt with an electrical fire before. So I was like, shit. Like, and I was like, is my PC fucked? Like, what am I gonna do? And I was like, how do I even fucking, like, tell anyone? Like, but I remember, like, I felt like, I don't know, it's weird, because Okay, now we stab Phil Spector. Okay, now we're gonna stab him. I remember that was just being really freaky to me. And in the end, my PC was fine. The only thing that like was damaged was the CD drive, which was already broken. And then there was also like the SATA cable that was like plugged into it was fucked. But all my other PC parts were fine. Like my video card, fine. Power supply was fine. My hard drives, everything was fine. Luckily the CD drive wasn't close to anything, and it didn't have like more than like a couple seconds to like actually be on fire. So it could have been way worse. But you bet your ass I was fucking scared to even turn my computer on for like a while. I remember weird. The same one. Same tunnel. Did I fuck it up? Did I fuck it up? I remember there was a while where like I'd be having like coffee. Do not get why it's not working. But I have coffee by my desk while I was like on my computer. And I remember like I just smelled like the coffee, which kind of smells like a burnt smell. I remember freaking out. I was like, why do I smell smoke? Right? Like why does something smell burning? Like, wait, it's my fucking coffee. Like, so it still kind of gets me sometimes. I'm being honest. Sometimes like it happened to me a lot too when I was like, in college. I'd be like, why do I smell something burnt? I was like, oh yeah, it's because it's my shitty coffee. So I don't know. I guess you could probably say that was a little bit of a traumatic event. But I don't know. It's fine, right? Everything's fine. I think, you know, we all deal with weird traumatic events. Hello there, welcome to the stream. Okay, are you sure this like this is how it's supposed to work? Oh, hold on. I got an idea. We're gonna traffic light him, right? Oh fuck, there's another set of tunnels? Oh! Wait. There's another set of tunnels here? Like in this map? Or in a completely different area? Somewhere else. Oh, okay. Getting bad info. Getting fake news from chat. Right, now let's do the IPOM, right? Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. That basically, that's my story of why I don't like fire. But yeah, sleep has always been like a weird thing. Oh, look at that little Oni. Sleep's always been kind of like a weird thing for me. After having night terrors, yeah, I'd sleepwalk a lot when I was a kid. Especially when I was sick. Somewhere else in the desert. Ah, okay. Been to the desert like once, right? Yeah, I used to freak my family out when I sleptwalk, because I would say some of the fucking weirdest, like, cryptic shit. Apparently, there was one time I was like freaking out. I had like a fever and I was sleepwalking, and I was like, I was just like, I wasn't yelling, right? But I was like really agitated, and I kept saying like there were like fairies or something. Like, I don't know. It's like weird shit. Like the fairies were fucking with me. Like, I was like when I was like a teenager. It was maybe like more like a preteen, right? Like 12, 13. I used to. I remember there was one. Because I remember the dream, but I guess I was sleepwalking too, or I don't know, it was some crazy shit. But I remember I was sick, I had a really bad fever, and I walk into my room, and in the dream, I remember there just being a giant fucking hole in my ceiling, and there was like debris everywhere, and I couldn't pick it up because it was too heavy, and I was like freaking the fuck out because I was like, what am I gonna do? There's fucking shit on the floor, there's a hole in the ceiling, I can't fix this, what the fuck? I want to go to bed, but there's a fucking hole in the ceiling. Like, and I just remember thinking, like, I really just want to, like, just pick this shit up. Like, I just want to get it out, but I can't pick it up. And it was, like, really frustrating, and I was, like, really annoyed, and I woke up, and I was in bed, and I remember thinking about, like, trying to pick it up, and I was, like, really frustrated, and, like, the more I thought about it, like, the more it pissed me off, and I'm, like, I was like, why? It's just, like, you know, looking back on it, I was like, it was just, like, a dream, but I guess, like, when you're having, like, weird fever dreams, and, like, you're also sleepwalking, like, I guess it just, like, kind of really, like, sticks with you, and you're just like, fuck, like, I don't know. I'm glad I don't really get like that anymore. I don't know why. I mean, now I just have, like, insomnia, right? Like, I barely ever fucking sleep. Like, I don't get enough sleep, at least. Maybe that's why, right? But yeah, I know some people, they get, like, sleep paralysis, and I'm like, I'm kind of happy I maybe had that, like, once. And, yeah, that's not fun. That sucks. I don't think there's anything over here. Alright. Desert. I need to get a new effect. That's what I really want. What's this door? Ah, this one. Yeah. I don't care about candles. Yeah, okay. I have a really good knack for not remembering what anything goes to. This is... oh yeah, Lamp World. That's the snow area, right? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, doesn't really do much. Go this one. Oh, this is the dark one, right? Yeah. We can go lamp. Oh, hello there. Clearly we're gonna stab it, right? Never mind. I can't take a stab in the dark. They picked... I don't know why you can... like, what's the point of turning the light off, right? Hand shape. Okay, that's where you get the knife. I respect the pub. Oh, the pun. Thank you. Yeah. Well, you know. I try my best, right? I try to channel my inner dad to make those dad jokes. I don't like shot in the dark. Oh, hello. What are you? Get over here. What are you doing? Get back here. Get back here, ghost. Wait, what if I become ghost? Oh. Man, I don't know. Wait, will the flute finally do something? Let's find out. I bet not. I don't know why I always... Like, I want the flute to do something. I think the flute might have been the first. Is it following me now? Okay, no. I think that's just my imagination. No, it's totally following me. Where do I take the ghost? Alright, ghost. You're gonna meet the shadow. Cool new ghost friend? Oh, what's this? Oh. Oh, is this the desert? Maybe I should grab the bicycle. You ever ride your bike in the desert? Yeah, me neither. I've been in the desert once in my life, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what counts as desert. I don't think, like, Eastern Oregon counts as a desert, but it certainly fucking felt like it. Like, Eastern Oregon, like, Western Wyoming. Go back to the barracks. Will do. And then, yeah, and then I went to Vegas, which is very much a desert. And, oh, fuck. Yeah, I always was like, oh, you know, I don't like the heat, right? Because I always grew up in, like, humidity. So I was like, you know, maybe if it wasn't humid, right? If it was, like, dry heat, maybe I could deal with it. And then I go to, you know, Vegas in October, and it's fucking, like, 90 degrees, and I'm, like, it's all dust. And I'm like dying. I'm like, you know what? Actually, I don't like the heat at all, right? Dry, humid, it doesn't matter. Actually, I just hate it. I'm always so confused. People are like, summer is my favorite time of year. And I'm like, why? It's so hot. Like, you just sit around and you like die. Is this the barracks? This is like the village, right? I like the music here. I don't know why. Sounds kind of like awful, but in a way that I like. It's not awful, alright? That's kind of the wrong word. One of the shadow people will take you somewhere. Oh yeah, what'd you say? I need something to talk to the shadow people, right? There's an effect that lets me do that? Or am I delusional? There's a shadow person inside one of the houses, right? Oh. Oh, fuck, okay. Alright, we're back to the RPG. Well, you know, I say in an RPG Maker game. Whoa, second try? I tend to have that luck, apparently. There's an effect to be found here. Okay, cool. I don't know why I went faceless ghost. I was like, right, let's be Oni, right? There we go. Very fitting. Can't believe I'm in the Dragon Kings. You know, there's a straight up RPG section in this game. This is the second one, too. Wait, what's this? Is this like something I can go inside? One big shout out to Mother. Oh, wait, I thought this was Undertale. Crickets. Yeah, what's up? 31413. Alright, somebody write that down. 31413. 31413. I'm assuming that's going to be important. An Nintendo game, as James Rolfe would say, right? I don't know why. He always dropped the N in Nintendo, or at least the first N. 31413. Yes, that's the number. Thank you. One 16449. Oh boy. Oh, there's a whole bunch of numbers to remember. There's another guy. Hey, let's grab the bicycle, right? Yes, fuck boy. The numbers don't mean anything, Lamau. Oh. Why are they speaking in numbers if they don't mean anything? You know what's bullshit? Man, I go into those too often. Is it even a James Rolfe? Cool ARG bait section. 38229. The year was 38-2029. Is there a bunch of 8-bit dudes? Ah, they're speaking in bits. 64 bits. Squish squish. 32 bits. 16 bits. 8 bits. 4 bits. 2-bit, 1-bit, half-bit, quarter-bit. The risk game. Should have been 0 or 1. Well, I mean, that's binary, right? I guess, yeah, that'd be 8 bits, right? I don't know. I mean, I just squish them, squash them. Like, that's it. I just walk all, like, wobbly. Oh, heck. Maratsuki took 13 Benadryls. Now she fucking warbly. Is that it? You just get squib squash? Yeah, well, okay. Alright, what's the noise do you think she makes when she walks like this? I'm thinking something like a wow, wow, wow. I don't know. Weirdest question. Maybe a little bit of like a squelch, right? Like a it's hard to vocalize these ideas. I've got a lot of dumb shit in my head. SpongeBob squish sound effect? Ah. Patrician choice. Is there more? I feel like there should be more. Like when you slap a freshly made bowl of jelly. Oh, did you ever slap the hell out of a like a jello? Did you ever squeeze like the jello out of like the cup? Like when you get like the little like cups of them? Are these some moyais? I didn't have to pinch myself. Oh, hey, my TV stayed off. There was a fence, right? That I couldn't get into in that desert area as well. Could I make it over there now or no? The shrinking one is also what I need for the spaceship, right? Because you can like land on the other planet and then you have to shrink down, right? I don't even know how to get back to the spaceship. What the hell did I do to get there in the first place? Wait, so there's like a story in this game, or is it too vague to understand? As far as I know, the story is something like Maratsuki is neat and she sleeps a lot and she has weird dreams that may or may not be connected to some traumatic event that she experienced. The gap in the fence is how you get to the barracks. Oh, okay. I should go back. But even then, the whole traumatic event thing is maybe mostly fan fiction. So But she definitely has weird dreams. Just explore and vibe, everything else is up to your interpretation. I see. I know there's like a manga. The manga has a bit more of a story that isn't canon, but yeah, I mean, as far as I know, I could have just been told somebody's interpretation like a long time ago, and I just thought that was the story, because I remember hearing about this game like, God, what, like when I was like 14 or 15, so that would have been like, oh, over a decade ago. So I remember I think PewDiePie was playing it. I think that's how I found out about it. Because he was playing a lot of like RPG Maker, like horror games. I remember thinking this used to be like a horror game. Ao Oni, I remember him playing that one. That was a weird one. I don't. The body for the monster was like really dumb. There are several fan-made music albums of this game. I recommend checking them out. Well, now I'll have to. There's one thing that always piqued my interest, it's music. I know there's also like a fan-made, like, I don't really want to necessarily say sequel, right? But it was like a game in the same vein. I think they called it Yume Nikki or something like that. I don't remember. There is a like a 3D sequel. There are many. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I remember just hearing about Yume Nikki though. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. You know, after this, and I also played Hypnagogia a while back, it does make me want to check out LSD Dream Emulator more. There's so many games that I want to play, and I still have to finish Persona 3. One day, maybe tomorrow, I'll play some Persona 3. Dot Flow is a very good one, although it's a lot more hard. I remember downloading Dot Flow a really long time ago, and like I wanted to play that, and I just never did. Same thing with was it Mogeko Castle? Was another one that I really wanted to play. I think it was like in an X game thread. Like I was like on X, and like, what games are X? What is it? The Aztec Rave? Persona 3's difficulty is so ruthless. Honestly, yeah, I guess the difficulty isn't like so bad. Especially since I'm using the controllable party members like mod. Like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have played it on hard. Just for brevity's sake. But it's just like it's funny, I look back on like Persona 3 so fondly because I love the story so much. But I'm like, man, Tartarus sucks. Like, I was like, I got spoiled by 4 and then 5 for sure. 4 is like tangentially better, but like 5 has actual dungeons, which is nice. And I heard rumors a couple weeks ago that apparently there was a leak of Persona 3 remake, and I don't want to get my hopes up. I already had that dashed when they made the dancing game. I remember seeing the trailer on the AtlasTube channel, and I just see, you know, a new 3D model of the Persona 3 protagonist, and I'm like, you know, it's a thumbnail. I'm like, holy shit, like they're doing it. They're making a Persona 3 remake, and then he started dancing when I clicked the video, and I was like, oh. If I was able to read Japanese, I would have known this. I wouldn't have been surprised. Okay, how did I get to the fence? We'll never get a proper Persona 1 and 2 remake. Plot twist, it's a Persona 3 dancing game remake. I would Persona 3 so fast. Honestly, I can respect them the current dev team for Persona have got on record that they don't want to do anything with 1 and 2 in terms of like remakes or including the characters in newer projects. Because the original like director of that game isn't like a part of the team anymore, and they don't want to do anything with those games without his involvement, because I guess it doesn't feel right to do, which I can respect. It makes sense coming, like, if they're doing it from a place of respect for the previous team who worked on those games, who is no longer working on the series, to go, you know, we don't want to fuck with those characters. The original director made the Caligula effect. Check it out sometime. I think you might have mentioned this. That reminds me, there's a game that went on sale, and let me just double check because I want to make sure it's the one I'm thinking of. Oh boy. I think it's called like Monarch or something. Yeah, Monarch, I think. Yeah, this is it. It's like another, it's like an RPG that came out like last year, and it's made by like ex-Atlas devs who worked on SMT, and I wanted to check that out because I'm like, hey, you know, anything that's like related to SMT, I'm like, I have to check it out, like, because, you know, it's my favorite like franchise for sure. It's hard for me, like, I'll say something like yeah, Nocturne, like that's my favorite game, right? But then I think about like all the games that like I grew up with playing and the ones that I've played like a lot. I'm like, I really like Nocturne. I think in terms of games that I've played like in my adulthood or like my late like teen years, I think Nocturne is up there. But like, I played like Resident Evil 4, and I'm thinking like, you know, actually, like Resident Evil 4 might be one of my favorite games of all time. Like, I know it's up there, like top 5 easily, top 10, top 5, probably. Like, yeah, I don't know. Resident Evil 4, the original, is like, that's just a game like I just can't get sick of. I really do think, like, as much as I like the remake of RE4, right? There's something about the original where I just think, like, at least for the time, it was perfect. What's my favorite game in terms of story? Man, that's a tough one. I know I say I like Nocturne a lot, but Nocturne doesn't really have a story, right? It has a plot with themes, right? The story is pretty weak, like narratively speaking. Story-wise, I think the first thing that come to mind as soon as you said that was like Final Fantasy VII. Well, I guess I'll have to go with that. Because like I could say like Persona 3, like I really like that game's story and its like themes and stuff like that and how it handles them. But I think if it just comes down to like stories that I really like, I don't know. I like Final Fantasy VII a lot. It's weird though, when I think about a lot of my favorite games, like a lot of it's like stuff that I played like when I was a kid. So I guess there's like a lot of childhood nostalgia with those. But I don't know, I still think like, again, I would say top 5, right? Kingdom Hearts 2 is still like probably one of the best games I've ever played. Like, you can say what you like about the story for Kingdom Hearts, right? I get it. It's convoluted, it's stupid, right? It doesn't make sense unless you've invested your entire life to it like I have. But, like, man, I don't know. Kingdom Hearts 2 has such good gameplay. Like, the drive forms are such a great addition, right? I mean, Donald doesn't fucking heal you. Final Fantasy VI really strikes a chord with me, but speaking objectively, Xenogears probably has the best story in any game. I still need to play Xenogears. I've only played the Xenoblade games, and like I've never finished them. I played like Xenoblade 1 and 2. I know like those aren't like the same series. Like they're part of like I guess the Xeno franchise or whatever, but they're not exactly like or anything like that. What's this? Oh, hey, this is new. What are you doing? I think yeah, FF6 also has a really cool story. I like how they had the balls to actually have like the bad guy win. I think it's kind of cool how it's like Kefka, yeah, he literally ends the world, and then like you have to pick up the pieces from there. Like that's oh boy. Recently watched an entire podcast analyzing the story of FF6. A lot of cool stuff going on. Now, I haven't played it myself in a while, but I did watch Vinesauce play it. Maybe it was like 2 years ago now. I remember because I was always looking forward to like the next part to go up on the full sauce. Because I was like. I remember I was still doing like online classes for school because like the whole COVID thing. So I guess actually that might have been like 3 years ago now. No, actually no, it was 2021. I remember it was January that year that there was. I remember. My whole like 2020 was basically fine. I know everyone else like had a really tough time, but I was fine. And then it was like 2021 was like a really shitty year, and it like started off like really shitty, and then just like my online classes from there like made it all worse. And I remember like watching the Final Fantasy VI streams that Vinny did. And that being like almost like a source of like comfort, as lame as that sounds. But I would like before my classes started, like I would just like, you know, I'd lay down or like sit down on the couch, and you know, it'd just be me home because everyone was working and I was supposed to be away at school, so I was just home, and I'd be like. Hang out with my dog, just like I'd be watching YouTube on the TV. It was pretty comfy. But yeah, I remember like just like overall though, I remember that whole year just being like really shitty. Like, and then last year things started picking up, which. Was really happy. I remember yeah, I guess 2021 started getting better for me probably around towards the end of the year. I guess when I started doing this stuff, I guess it started with like the pack crackings. I don't know. I remember doing that and really enjoying that, and then SMT5 came out and I was recording those videos, and I don't know, I was just having like a lot of fun. Just I wasn't really streaming yet, but I remember having a lot of fun doing like this whole thing. And then that's when I started streaming. I guess it would have been like 2023. or 2022, right? That entire year. And I remember that I just think like, you know, it's a lot more fun to stream versus me doing like the pre-recorded videos, which is why I don't do pre-recorded videos as much as I'd really like to, because I'd like to be able to get stuff out without streaming, but at the same time I'm like, man, I just like streaming. Towel. Don't forget to bring the towel. Oh, she's just comfy. Oh, no, she's sick. Can sneeze on people. Oh, speaking of COVID. Yeah, squish, squish. Wait. I had a similar feeling from that podcast. It's called Resonant Art. Perfect to put on the background and just absorb the information. Also helped me realize how genuinely funny Final Fantasy can be sometimes. Yeah, no, Final Fantasy is one of those franchises where, I don't know, it just strikes a perfect balance between, I think, everything it does. When it does it right, I'll say. When it does it wrong, it's fucking awful, and it's miserable, and you get shit like Final Fantasy 13. Right, I think Final Fantasy 13's biggest flaw is that it takes itself too damn seriously, and there's like, I don't think any of the characters are likable. Like, I think Snow might be probably the most like likable character, because he's just like, oh, fuck it, like I just want to like find my like fiance or wife or whatever she is. It's like, I don't like give a fuck about anything else. And like Lightning's just a bitch to him, and I can't remember if they ever had like a good reason for her to be such a bitch, but like, I don't know, she's like I need to find my sister. Also, I don't like her man. It's like, Square Enix is not Square. Square is gone. Best to just look into games that people who quit are making. I don't know. Square Enix has still made some pretty decent games in terms of both Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. I don't think the merger happened yet when they made 10, right? But 12 was, I think, definitely Square Enix. I think 12 is a really cool game. I think a lot of people give it flack because it doesn't have like a really like big like character driven story. But I kind of like that. It feels less about like, you know, it's a game about the characters, and more of it's just like you follow the characters as they deal with like these events, these like grand events that are happening in their world. And it's such a cool game, and I've really been kind of annoyed myself for not finishing that game, because I think it's really cool. I was playing it like when I was in college, so I didn't have a lot of time to dedicate to RPGs. And then I remember I got stuck on this one fight and I put it down, and then I started playing Dragon Quest 11, and you know, the rest was history. I fucking fell in love with Dragon Quest 11. That's such a great game. I don't think I finished that one either though, because I started playing on Switch, and then I started playing the PC version on Game Pass. And then, you know, I ran out of Game Pass, so I was like, maybe one day I'll just buy it, and then I can play it again. I like the PC version. You know, Switch is cool and all, but it runs, like, at dookie frame rates. Okay, how do I leave this place? How did I end up here? Okay, there's the towel. Mistwalker made some really good games people are sleeping on. Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, The Last Story, they really capture that classic Final Fantasy feel. I remember really wanting to play Blue Dragon when it came out, because I really liked the art style. Lost Odyssey sounds familiar. I know, was it Nobuo Uematsu went on to do the music for maybe I should just go back. Let's try this again, right? He meant to make the music for Grand Blue Fantasy, and that's kind of why I started playing that game, and I was like, oh, it's just like, it's another mobile RPG. I don't know. Maybe that's like reductive. I think people who like Grand Blue Fantasy would be like, no, that's not fair, you're not giving it like a fair shot. I'm probably not. By the time I was already playing, FGO. Like, I don't really have a reason to like play another mobile game. And then like, I don't know. Now I just like, I have such a distaste for anything that uses gacha. Right? I don't like mobile games. Like, really no thanks. Lost Odyssey is basically the real Final Fantasy 13. It's pretty fucking great, and yes, Uematsu did the music for all the above games. Okay. You know, say for games that Square Enix has made, I feel like Bravely Default kind of captures that classic Final Fantasy vibe pretty well, too. It feels more Final Fantasy than a lot of the newer Final Fantasy games, I'm gonna be honest. I think the plot of the first game was kind of dumb in a sense that if the characters took the time to just fucking explain themselves to each other, then like a lot of the conflict could have been avoided, and like it would have like came into an understanding that like the bad guys weren't really the bad guys. But yeah, that's some pretty classic JRPG shit. It's kind of like an annoying trope, I guess, but it comes with the territory, right? I don't know. I know there's supposed to be a like an action RPG for Grand Blue Fantasy, but I don't think that ever came out. I like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. That was a pretty fun fighting game, but I think it's just because Arc System Works makes really solid fighting games. Bravely Default 1 was from the writer of Steins Gate? What the fuck, did he fall asleep? Like, I love Steins Gate. I'd say Steins Gate would be my favorite VN if Fate Stay Night didn't exist, right? Okay? Like, I fucking love Steins Gate. But, I don't know. I feel like you could do better writing. Or she. I actually don't know anything about the author other than they make phenomenal... I thought they made phenomenal stories. I don't know. Bravely Default 1 just kind of like it was fine, right? It served its purpose. It moved the plot along. But yeah, I don't know. It was based too much on like misunderstanding. I thought I was watching a fucking a romance anime, right? I think the last time I saw a story that was so based on misunderstandings between characters who just refused to like talk to each other was Citrus. I fucking hate Citrus so much. I watched the whole season of that anime, and then I read a little bit of the manga just to see if it was any better. And my god, I think that maybe that's just the territory of Yuri manga. I don't know. But yeah, it's just so much of like characters not talking to each other. There's an easy to find effect in the Shield Folk world. Shield Folk world? Where's that? I'm still trying to find the barracks. How did I get there the first time? Oh, do I go this way? Ah. Wait. What? Then the Nexus really easy to spot. Do I not go this way? And I wish this wasn't so hard to navigate. You said there's a hole in the fence? Huh. Interesting. This droning music is gonna like put me to sleep. Binaural beats. By going to the far left where you entered the wilderness from the dark world. Over here in this zone? Far left. This is the wilderness? Man. What kind of update was there? It's nothing like the wildy I know. Back to Lumbee. I used to love saying that to people when I played RuneScape, right? I'd just be like, back to Lumbee with you. I think one of the most useless things I own in my vinyl collection, I say useless, maybe not useless, but pointless, right? We'll go pointless. I have a vinyl of the RuneScape soundtrack, and it's like, yeah, let me just listen to some MIDIs on vinyl. You know, that makes sense, right? The System Shock soundtrack has that too, but they also have like a remastered, like a redone version too. Oh. It's a picnic. Can I get over there? A party you can't join in. She's literally me. My face when I have no face. I'm the Wojak at the corner of the party. Damn. Okay. What's this other world you mentioned? The Shield Folk world. Alright, I'll check that out. We'll do one more thing, right? Still have no idea how to get inside the barracks. They don't know I'm exploring my subconscious and finding the weirdest shit. My feet hurt. Alright. Shield Folk world. Really easy to spot. Alright, let's just take a random shot, right? Is this the shield folk? Because they look like they have shields. Don't forget to bring a towel. Sneeze on people, right? I heard something the other day, and I thought it was really funny. It was like a good way to describe like the whole like post-COVID world we live in. Which I kind of hate that phrase to begin with, but it's whatever, right? Somebody, he said, like, you know, before COVID, you'd cough to hide a fart, but after COVID, you fart to hide a cough. I was just like, I don't know. I thought that was really funny. Call me easily amused, but you know, I kind of get it, right? Everyone gets so paranoid about like the coof. First try, streamer's luck really is real, for real. Oh, you know, it was my subconscious doing the work, right? It's like I want to turn my fan towards me, but I don't want that to like get picked up by the microphone. I don't know why it's so hot. Again, it's not even really that hot outside. I guess I should open my window, but since I live on the first floor, I feel like really weird opening my window because like God forbid somebody like hears me. Oh, what is this? What the fuck? Oh, cat. Matatsuki Nekosuki? I don't know. Talking to the fan for the rest of the stream with no explanation. Oh, she's just a cat. Oh my god. So kawaii! Nande? Alright. I don't even know if Nande is even correct to use there. I don't care. We'll save. We got, what, 3 effects today? I'd say that's pretty good. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Starting to get a little tired. It is almost 2 a.m. You know, that's almost over 4 hours of stream. So, you know, tomorrow we'll stream. I don't have a song set up to end with. Wait, yes I do. Never mind. Have a good night and bye-bye.